Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the July company update. There's not a lot of news to share with you. We're here in the middle of a busy summer where things are going hot and heavy for us in all of our different regions. Emphasis on the hot many of those days. For those of you in Minnesota, it's been a wet year so far, inconveniently so at many of our homes. Just talking to Justin this morning, who drove from Texas up to Lincoln yesterday. He said he's never seen it so green in that part of the country. And I know from having just been to Minnesota a couple of days ago that it's equally as green between Lincoln and Wilmer. So great to see that. We could use a little less rain in the basements of many of the people here working with electric, and that is our prayer that that would be cleaned up. But on to a work standpoint and where things are. Again, there's not a lot of news. I do have a long message in which I'm going to share, and it's about the Oklahoma City office. I outlined at each one of the company meetings. A lot has changed since then, all of it for the better. And they're not really changes; they're just advancements. So we wrote something up. So for the next few minutes, you're going to see me reading what it is we're doing and the talking points that we're going for, because we do get frequently asked, why? Why are you opening an office in Oklahoma City? So we really see that Oklahoma City office is a natural expansion of what we've already built in Lawton and across the company, a way to strengthen our relationship with future clients, to pursue new project opportunities, and to tap into a strong growing market. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just scaling what already has worked in our other three offices. As part of this expansion, over the next 3 years, we'll add key operations positions, including a project manager, a project engineer, a general superintendent, and several foremen. We'll be looking to add skills craftspeople to our team in the area and to help meet demand and maintain the quality of work our clients expect. Some of those, as some team members transition into new roles in Oklahoma City, similar positions will open up in our existing offices, create additional opportunities for growth across the company. That said, the best place for professional growth and advancement over the next few years will be in Oklahoma City, where the bulk of our expansion efforts are focused. Looking to take on new challenges, Oklahoma City is going to be the place for you. Leadership roles, of course, will open up and develop, and we'll talk to individuals about those in the upcoming months and years. As craftspeople join our team, other areas of the company will also expand. We'll need to see additional estimators, accounting staff, drafters, human resources professionals to support the added field personnel that we have. And some of those positions will be in Oklahoma City. Some of those positions will be in existing offices, and those additions will occur gradually as 3 years time goes by. We'll continue to do things at the same standards, values, and hands-on approach that kept us successful for over a century. So we think this is all exciting. And as a matter of fact, Lee Freudenberg is moving to Oklahoma City to be an assistant project manager and to go down there and help out with those projects that we already have and the new ones that are coming up. We have made an offer, and it's been accepted, to add a project engineer for us down in Oklahoma City, who again will go to the Tinker office first, but help us with the whole office expansion. We have an interview with someone that we think has a very high ceiling tomorrow that can help us in other leadership ways down there in Oklahoma City. So it's all fun. It's all exciting. The opportunities are just boundless. And so signed contracts on 2 new jobs there at Tinker, and it's a very, very bright future for that area. We also, since our last meeting, have got a definitive answer on who was going to be doing the prison project here in Lincoln Nebraska. It's the largest job by dollar value, at least, not by man hours, that Wilmer Electric has ever had, and so that's fun and exciting. It can make us nervous. It'll make some people apprehensive. But the good news is it does provide good job security for us. Also, in the lead up time, which is that job slowly develops, is going to give us plenty of time to do some planning ahead and to really think about how do we want to do it. No more of this next time, this is how we do it. We can approach this project with a this time, how are we going to do it? How are we going to focus on making that a success, and not just a financial success, but a success on keeping our sanity and building careers with the people who are at Wilmer Electric. We've added a purchasing person as recently as just today. Someone by the name of Erin Packer Wilson. Erin was worked for us 3 years ago. We loved her when she was here. We'd love to have her back. And it's again a very exciting time to have that. It's a new position. I know that there's many people involved in the purchasing process that are happy to have someone that's going to help us spearhead that. And again, be a go-between between different areas within our company, so we can have the right materials at the right place at the right time, and get out some of the bumps that we've had with new software. So welcome aboard to Erin. So as you can see, those are things, just on another note, as Lee moves, that means someone else is going to help out. Chad Schneider is going to help out in Nebraska with the scheduling of the service department. That Lee's advancement in Oklahoma City has given a new role for someone right there. So yay for us, yay for all of us. Let's continue to work together to have an excellent company that is just nonstop fun. So with that, here's a message from the project managers and from Trista. Have a great July. Stay cool, keep yourself hydrated, and be safe. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to the employee update for the month of July. I have some June new hires as well as a few July anniversaries. So let's start with the June new hires. We had 4 new hires on June 2nd. We had Ben Welly, who is a PE in Minnesota. We also had Marco Martinez join us as an apprentice in Lawton, Oklahoma. We had Blaze Rogers, who was last year a summer intern apprentice with us, returning as a full-time apprentice in Oklahoma this year. And we also have Alex Torres, who is in Lawton, Oklahoma, who is coming back as a summer laborer. And on June 4th, Daniel Reed started in the engineering department as a drafter and will be working with Lucas and Justin Chapin in engineering. On June 9th, we had Jace McCoy join us as an apprentice, a summer apprentice in Minnesota. And on June 16th, we had Jack Valian join Wilmer Electric, and he is an apprentice in Minnesota. And on June 23rd, we had Megan Langenfeld join Wilmer Electric as well, and she is an apprentice in Minnesota at the ADM facility. Those are all of our new hires for the month of June, and now we have our anniversaries for the month of July. We have Tim Barkman, who on July 1st will be here 6 years. We have John Cointine, who on July 7th will be here 19 years, but John currently is working part-time, has halfway retired from Wilmer Electric as well in his capacity, and he is a journeyman in Minnesota. We have Justin Chapin, who on July 6th will be here 27 years. And we have Jerry Stinson, who on July 14th will be here 27 years as well. And Jerry is a maintenance tech in Lawton, Oklahoma. We have Rodney Crow, who will be here 3 years on July 18th. And Rodney is an apprentice in Lawton, Oklahoma. And Tyler Platt, who will be here 1 year on July 29th. And Tyler is a journeyman here in Minnesota. And Carl Chapin will be here 1 year on July 25th. And Carl, again, is our safety coordinator, and Carl is based out of Texas. If you have other things, please make sure that you let us know if questions or concerns happen to come up. That would be great if you contacted myself or Sarah or Jill in regards to anything. Just remember that apprentice classes will start again up here in September. And so be prepared and watching for information from Scott coming in regards to that in the next month and a half or so. Thanks and have a great day.
Hey everybody, welcome to July, the July monthly update, Central Region monthly update. So we'll go over our usual topics for this month. We'll touch base on safety, look at our current workload of work that's upcoming, and then kind of look at the bid schedule, see what we're looking at, jobs that we're hopeful on, and kind of round it from there. Obviously, we just had our company meeting here a couple weeks ago. Mid-June, so not a lot has changed as far as updates and changes. So this should be a fairly quick video, but we'll just breeze through and kind of reiterate what was said and give any updates or things that have changed. So first off, with safety, around the time that this video is being filmed, we're about 95 days without an injury. So as always, keep up on the PPE. Make sure that we're looking out for unsafe work and letting our supervisor know. Touch base like we always do. If you missed that Monday meeting, please go in the safety reference folder, get in there, get it watched, get it filled out and completed so that we can have you documented. Please continue to do that. If you have any questions with it or issues, give me a call. As some news that have come out, we had a near miss here recently with a cut on the hand that was ultimately due to gloves not being worn. So just real quickly, I just want to reiterate the importance of please make sure that we have our gloves on. If there's an issue with needing more gloves or whatever it may be, we'll take care of that. But please, when we're doing work, we need to make sure we have our gloves on. They're there for a reason. That will keep you safe. So just with that issue, just reiterates the importance that we need to have our gloves on. So please make sure that happens. And then as always, safety starts with you guys. So if you see something that's not safe, let's say something. And that kind of goes along with what was discussed at our last company meeting in regards to near misses. We want to hear about those. If something happens, please take a few minutes to fill out that form or even just give me a call and I can get it documented, but just so that we can learn from items and make adjustments and be better in the future to avoid those injuries. So moving on to our current workload, like I said, most of this is going to be information that we've already talked about, so we'll just breeze through this pretty quickly. Residence Inn in Westbrook, Residence Inn for sure is done. Like we talked about, that job is handed over as people are staying in bed. So appreciate all the work there. Westbrook Phase 1, similar story, buttoning up just the last few things as far as Performance Hall Rehearsal 1. But that first phase is for the most part done. And then as we're now kind of transitioning over to the Phase 2, we'll start some demo and go on there. Pershing Apartments is taken off. We're roughing in units. We're working on the unit feeders, one line, full steam ahead out there. Similar story with the prison and DCS Phase 3, doing all sorts of work. The north building has opened up, so a lot of block work there. Overhead in the south building. Trying to get the new generator brought live, and then electrical room build out. Everything is going on. That job is definitely full steam ahead right now. Still at College of Dentistry, working on getting that last phase finished up. Tecumseh, Andy and Ethan are out there continuing working through buildings. The York fire alarm replacements starting to take off a little bit. We're going to get into the fire alarm component. We've got most of the fiber raceways figured out, and the computer cable will come in and get all that pulled. Eastmont Tower, we finally got the change order for Phase 2. So as we look into the coming months, a good amount of work there as that job has grown significantly with additional phases. On the service side, still continuing on the volleyball coach's office out to Vanny. Finished up that light retrofit, and then Chad continues on with Unite work, and there's some upcoming stuff with Lincoln Christian and York and odds and ends. So always staying busy there. Eden, still in the same position there. We're finishing up and getting all the panels set and getting that service brought in, CT cabinet, and then that'll quickly turn into trim out here in the next coming month as that job wraps up. AGP, as we talked about in June, is nearing completion. We've got about 2-3 weeks left to get buttoned up, and then we'll be out of there. That UNL grass practice field job is wrapping up this week. So that one will be turned over to UNL for fall camp and get the team practicing out there. Upcoming work, we're still looking at Doan. That's actually starting to take off here this week, getting some guys out there to start some in-wall roughing. But a similar story as far as the schedule on that one. Cedarhurst, same story as Doan. We're actually mobilizing this week to do some underground for the service, get sleeves into the footing. So hopefully that job here in the coming month is a home for a couple guys as we get into the dirt work side of it. True North is right across from Eden, as we've talked about. That job is happening. We've got the secondaries in, transformer pad poured, so looking to get and underground's finishing this week so they can pour the slab and then framing to follow. So hopefully that job will take off in July. The COD urgent care clinic is ongoing. Roughing is complete. We'll move into the finishes here soon. Dormy Network is that office build out. Still waiting on some items. Got the contract, or got the dollar amount for the contract finalized, so we're getting gear and lights ordered. But hopefully in the coming weeks we actually can get in there and start roughing. Conestoga, not much has happened out there. They are started. Or the renovation of that existing classroom is happening, and they actually hit the secondaries going into the service last couple weeks, and so that was a big T&M work right off the bat to get that repaired. But outside of that, yeah, moving into this fall, there will be work out there as they build the addition to that school. That was just a real quick rundown. Like I said, not much has changed from what we talked about here just a couple weeks ago. As far as we're looking at the bid schedule, similar jobs that we talked about, that USCIS is still out there. Here recently we bid an LOPT office building, and then that Showstoppers restaurant downtown. Still waiting to hear on those. We're revisiting some pricing on the data center with Boyd Jones. We'll see where that goes. And then the job that has been discussed most heavily has been the Nebraska State Penn 1,500 bed job. And we're in a similar situation that we were a couple weeks ago. Hausman has been awarded the project, and we're still waiting for a notice to proceed from Hausman on that one. But good things as far as getting that job. So we are moving in that direction of that work happening. And then work we're bidding currently, the York Elementary School is still on there. There's a UNL rodeo complex being added on East Campus, Malcolm Fire Station, and then a building out at Ashland, the Army National Guard we're looking at. So that's just a quick rundown of the bid schedule and then work we're waiting to hear on. But outside of that, yep, just a quick update for July. And give me a call if you guys got any questions or if you hear of any work that you think we should be looking at. But appreciate all the hard work, and that's all I got. Thanks, guys.